Subscribe and download over 1 million code snippet including this tutorial from codegive.com, link in the description below. Certainly. Below is an informative tutorial on Python for loop with descending order, along with a code example. In Python, a for loop is a powerful construct used for iterating over a sequence, such as a list, tuple, string, or range. While the default behavior of a for loop is to iterate in ascending order, you may encounter scenarios where you need to loop in descending order. This tutorial will guide you through using a for loop in Python to iterate in reverse, providing you with a clear understanding and a practical example. The general syntax of a for loop in Python is as follows. Here, variable is a placeholder that takes the value of each item in the sequence during each iteration. The loop continues until all elements in the sequence have been processed. To iterate in descending order, you can use the range function along with the for loop. The range function allows you to generate a sequence of numbers, and you can specify the start, end, and step parameters. By setting the step parameter to a negative value, you can achieve a descending sequence. Here is an example of a descending for loop using range. In this example, the loop starts from 10 and decrements by 1 until it reaches 1, inclusive. The -1 in the range function is the step parameter that controls the direction of the iteration. In this tutorial, you learned how to use a for loop in Python to iterate in descending order. The range function with a negative step is a convenient way to achieve this, allowing you to control the direction and granularity of the loop. Feel free to experiment with different start, end, and step values in the range function to customize the descending iteration based on your specific requirements. ChatGPT. Title: Python for loop descending, a comprehensive tutorial with code examples. Introduction. In Python, the for loop is a powerful construct for iterating over a sequence of elements. While the default behavior is to iterate in ascending order, you might encounter situations where you need to traverse a sequence in descending order. In this tutorial, we'll explore how to use a Python for loop to iterate in reverse, and we'll provide examples to illustrate the concept. The basic syntax of a for loop in Python is as follows. Here, variable represents the current element in the iteration, and sequence is the collection of items being iterated. To iterate in descending order, Python provides the range function, which can be used in combination with the for loop. The range function accepts 3 arguments: start, stop, and step. By specifying a negative step, we can achieve a descending iteration. Let's look at an example. In this example, the loop starts at 10, goes down to 1, inclusive, and decrements by 1 in each iteration. The output will be. If you have a list and want to iterate over its elements in reverse, you can use the reversed function. Here's an example. The output will be. If you need both the index and the value during the iteration, you can use the enumerate function along with the reversed function. Here's an example. The output will be. In this tutorial, we've explored how to use Python for loops to iterate in descending order. Whether you're working with a range or a list, the concepts covered here should help you implement descending iterations in various scenarios. Feel free to experiment and adapt these examples to suit your specific needs. ChatGPT.